Hey, it's Tony talking CarBiz, part 2 on this 24 Toyota Camry TRD edition. Hey, in this video we're going to dive inside, check out the interior. Be sure and catch a link at the end of this video for the exterior overview. But let's get started inside. So let's jump inside. Well, before we do that, I want to show you the door panel on here. So it's an all black and gray door panel. The only thing of color is this silver trim right here leading up into the door handle. I like the way they integrated it in and made it more of a flush mounted door handle. There's power windows, of course, power door locks, power mirrors. There's a speaker down here on the door, a bottle holder with a very small pocket, and then a reflector here on the bottom of the door. So not really much different between what you'd see in an SE or an XSE as far as the door, but that's where it all ends. So inside, an 8-way power driver seat, forward, backwards, up, down, power lumbar support. Airbags are right here in the seat, so they move with you as you move the seat. Super safe way to get it done. Passenger seat on that side, no power. The seats themselves, these are a SofTex fabric seat, so not a leather seat, SofTex fabric with a cloth insert, and then you can see, of course, that red TRD striping here. And then embroidered in the headrest is the TRD logo. That's in the front 2 headrest, nothing on the back headrest. And then these are really great, these red seat belts. So those are cool, they look cool. They're in the front, they're in the back. On your outboard, plug that in so you can kind of see what it looks like. There's also red stitching in the seats as well. So it's that TRD red that we're always looking for. Over on the dashboard's padded as well. And it also has the red TRD stitching all the way around. Gloss black and then charcoal gray trim around your vents. On and off, up and down, left and right controls for those. As far as switches go on the dashboard, automatic high beam, so the headlights turn themselves from high to low automatic. Traction control on and off. Trunk release, gas door release. Nice little storage cubby down here. There's a couple switches tucked way in here, and that's your odometer trip reset. And the dimmer switch for your dash lights is there as well. Hood release is here, footrest, and then aluminum brake and accelerator pedals there on the floor. Part of the TRD setup on here. Let's go ahead and grab a seat. So one thing about the Camry on the inside is there's no shortage of passenger room. Front seat, back seat, leg room, tons of that. Plenty of headroom. This one does not have the sunroof, so you pick up that extra headroom up here. If you're a 6-footer plus, you're going to be just fine behind the wheel of this. I'm going to move the seats back here, and you can see if I bring that seat all the way back, I couldn't drive the car. I'd have to move the seat ahead. So if you're 6 foot or greater, you're going to be just fine in this with the recliner, lumbar support, all the goodies. Steering wheel is leather wrapped, and you'll see it has red stitching on the inside here. So they're really paying attention to detail. It's not just a bunch of lipstick on this pig. Well, it's not really a pig, it's a gray car. But it is a leather wrap steering wheel. What they don't have on here is the steering wheel is not heated, nor are the seats heated, at least on this particular one. Driver's side airbag, cruise control settings are all on this side. We do have dynamic radar, cruise control, lane tracing assist, and then you can change your radio stations right there. Over on this side, we've got our Bluetooth connectivity for our smartphone, volume for the sound system, and then these controls right here are for your information center. There's a 4-inch information center up here in the gauge cluster. We'll dive into that in just a minute. We do have electronic power steering as well. The TRD edition has paddle shifters, so your up shifters here, your down shifters over on this side right here. Wiper controls, front washer wiper with the intermittent settings are found there. And then your headlight controls are over here, and we do have auto on and off for the headlights. So auto high beams and auto on and off standard. The instrument cluster on the TRD is unique. It has kind of these dark gray bezels around here as well, similar to what we saw over on the vents, that same dark gray, similar to what we see on the steering wheel right here, similar to what we see in the center. So they're really paying attention to all the little areas on here. Now, when I light this bad boy up, you're going to see a unique gauge cluster. But before I do that, I want you to know you do have push button start, part of the smart keyless entry system. Key in your pocket or purse. Grab the door handle, jump in, put your foot on the brake, push the button, and away you go. Now I'm assuming you can see that this has red instrumentation, red cluster of gauges. That looks awesome. You should see it at night. It's really, really cool. Only on the TRD, so even the instrument cluster has been modified for this vehicle. By the way, this is telling me we have rear cross traffic alert turned on. Here's your information center, which does have a digital speedometer, outside temperature. You've got a compass. You also have a fuel computer in there, tire pressure monitoring. You can change a lot of stuff, sound system, all the settings. There's your lane tracing assist, pre-collision, dynamic radar cruise control, blind spot monitoring, as I mentioned, rear cross traffic alert. So this does have Safety Sense 2.5 with pedestrian detection. Now, the center stack, the information center, the multi-information center here, this has not changed. It's the same one that's been in the Toyota for like 4, maybe 5 years. I expect when they redesign, this will be all new. But this is your JBL audio system. So this one's been upgraded. It is an additional cost for the JBL audio system. I think it's a little over, what is it, $1,500? Let me take a look here. Yeah, a little over $1,585. So with that, you get 9 speakers. You get a 9-inch touchscreen, you get an amplifier, and you have a subwoofer. I'll show you that when we get back in the trunk. So this is a really great sound system. Let me pop over and see what I can show you. So as far as audio features go, we'll go back to the main menu. We have our audio phone. We have a small app suite. Of course, then we're going to pick up on AM, FM, Sirius satellite radio, standard Bluetooth connectivity. You do get 3 months of the premium XM satellite subscription. No charge after that. It's a monthly fee if you want to continue, not required. We also have Wi-Fi connect in here, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Alexa compatible. The entire center stack here, oh, I do want to show you the backup camera as well. I might as well do that here. So there's your backup camera, nice and big. You can change the perspective on that. So if you want a wider narrow angle view, and it does have path projection. So notice as I turn the steering wheel, it tells me my direction of travel. So that's a nice feature on there. It's a pretty nice size screen to be able to see things in. As we move down, let me go ahead and throw a little bit of light on so you guys can see. There we go. Okay, so we do have driver's side temperature control, automatic temperature control. No passenger side temperature control on this, so this is more of like the SE setup for that. Front window defrost, rear window front is here, rear window's here, and that also, when you hit that, it'll get any ice or snow off your outside mirrors as well. So that's going to be there for you. Here's that push button start, surrounded by a chrome bezel. I wish they would have made that charcoal, just like everything else. It's probably the only chrome, well, besides the Toyota logo, inside the vehicle. Moving down, we've got a USB opportunity or a charging port, and we've got a 12 volt there as well. This is a nice place to drop your phone. It's not wireless charging. If you slide this back, there's a little bit of a storage compartment, hidden storage compartment, but we do not have wireless charging on this one, so you'll need to plug in. Moving further back on the center console, we have 2 cup holders here. TRD shift lever, hopefully you can see that. It's embossed with TRD, and then it's got the red stitching on there. So again, nice attention to detail. This is your 8-speed automatic transmission. And then there's 3 buttons here for Eco, Normal, and Sport. Brake hold, parking brake is right there. So really easy to find everything. Really ergonomically designed. There's a big word. The dashboard is interesting from a couple aspects. They do take that gloss trim and slide it all the way over, but then there's a piece of faux trim here that looks like carbon fiber, or metallic looking, that's there. And then you do have that JBL audio speaker up there in the A pillar. Notice the dashboard over here is padded, and it has more of the red stitching there as well. Let's take a look at the armrest. Huge armrest on the Camry, plenty of room for 2 elbows. And then when it opens up, we've got a nice big storage area right here, and we've got 2 more charging ports. So a traditional USB and a USB-C is going to be there as well. So up front, you've got a total of 4 different places to be able to plug in your gadgets. Take a quick look at the passenger side. Passenger seat, there's that TRD logo, that red seat belt, passenger assist handle. Doors are laid out exactly like they are on the driver's side, no difference there. And then our glove box is down here. So a nice big glove box, but it doesn't have a lock on it, so there's no key lock on the glove box. Take a look up top. We've got side curtain airbags that come out of here, visors both sides with extensions, lighted vanity mirrors. Oh, no lights. That's news. So no lights. Wah, wah, wah. Big deal. Sunglass holders up here. Got some LED reading lamps right here. And then your safety connect. This is if you need roadside assistance. Under Toyota Care, it's included. Push the button, they'll get you the help you need. The rear view mirror on the Camry TRD is the old school. Flip it if you want. I believe there's an upgrade that you can pay extra, but this is kind of your old day-night mirror, and obviously it works just fine. So that's a quick look up front in the TRD. Let's check out the back seat. Here's a look up front from the back seat, and you can see just how spacious it is up there. That extra headroom, no sunroof. There's an overhead dome light here. As we slide down, you'll see there's pockets on the backs of both of these seats. This is where the Camry really shines, and that's leg room in the back seat. Take a look at that. I've got this seat all the way back, and there's still, what, 5, maybe 6 inches of knee room. So super comfortable. 4 to 5 adults, pretty darn comfortable. There is a rapid charge on this one down here, so this is where you can plug in your devices. But that is an extra charge. It's an upgrade on this one. I'll put that in the comments so you know how much that costs. But as far as room back here, plenty of room. Red seat belts like I showed you before, red stitching, child safety seat anchors, and then if I remember right, this seat does not fold down. And there's also no armrest in here. So most Camrys have an armrest that folds down with a cup holder, but nothing on the TRD. I'm not sure why that is, but they've eliminated the armrest here. Even the LE edition has an armrest, but the TRD, nada. Speakers down in the doors, bottle holders in the doors, same kind of style we saw on the front, so they really tied it all together quite nicely. Let's go ahead and jump in the trunk. Before we jump in the trunk, I want to show you this big pile of floor mats over here on the TRD. So TRD comes standard with these red and black embroidered TRD floor mats, so 4 of those, and then also comes with this embroidered carpeted floor mat in this roll here. So that's standard on the TRD. They're pretty cool looking floor mats. But then we often order our vehicles with the all-weather mats. They're in this box here, and the all-weather floor mats, this is for the trunk here. These are a really high quality rubber floor mat, so you get the trunk mat and 4 for the up front, $2.99 extra. The TRD ones are included in the base price. So let's go ahead and take a look in the trunk here. It does have a remote trunk release where you can squeeze right underneath here to open the trunk, and then we have a pretty nice size trunk space here, I believe, with a nice low lift over height. It's wide enough here for 2 sets, maybe 3 sets of golf clubs laid across the back. Big trunk with a flat floor. Down underneath, there's your tool kit, and then underneath that is where you find your temporary spare tire. There's room in there if you want to put some emergency equipment like jumper cables or a first aid kit. There's also some hooks back here if you want to hang a cargo net, and notice this stays up by this little hook right here as well, and then it goes down flat. So interesting thing I mentioned in the back seat, the rear seat does not fold down on the TRD edition. You can see it's covered up. There's no way to get it to come down. Not sure why that is. There is a trunk light right there, and then there's your subwoofer for your JBL audio system. So this really has a great audio system. You just got to come by the dealership, give it a listen, decide for yourself. The deck lid itself is lined as well, helps reduce road noise. And then there's a glow-in-the-dark emergency release handle here for the trunk as well. So overall, hits all the sweet spots, plenty of size and room, just missing those fold-down seats there and these TRD floor mats. super cool. So that's a quick interior overview on the 24 Camry TRD edition. Wow, what a gorgeous car. Hey, if you want to learn more about the exterior, watch for a link at the end of this video, and I'll cover all the exterior features on this particular one. Questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comments. Feel free to like the video, share it out. This is Tony talking CarBiz. Thanks for watching.